Okay. Hit record real quick. That way I can send it to her. Okay. We're recording. Okay. I know. Poor baby. I know. I used to get migraines, so. Okay, so what I was going to talk about is when you set up that Shred 10 event, you want to do most of the posts over like 2 or 3 days, but leave it open for at least a week, because a lot of times when you're reaching out and inviting people, sometimes they don't see it or respond to you until like the posting's already over. But that way they can still go back in there and look at the videos. They kind of like, maybe they're working during the week and they don't get time until the weekend. So like if I'm going to start it like on a Monday, we'll do the post like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, close it out. But then we'll set the event up to not end until like the following Monday, so that anyone can still go back in there, ask questions. You can still tag people. And then they can just kind of go back and catch up if they're not watching them live. And then that's another thing, since I mentioned that, whenever you invite people to these events, you want to reach out and personally invite each person. Don't do like mass inviting where you create the event and then just go in and add your entire list. You want to try to just anyone you're thinking of that you want to invite. You can kind of copy and paste it, but try to personalize it a little bit, but reach out individually and say, hey, I want to invite you to this event I've got going on, because blah, blah, blah. And let them know that it's online, because sometimes people will be like, oh, I'm busy on Monday. So let them know like it's online only. Can I invite you? Always ask permission to add them to an event. People do not like being added to a group or event without permission, because there's just so many people like selling stuff and doing stuff on Facebook that it's kind of, we just get added to all this stuff without asking. But most people, I don't think I've ever had anyone say, no, you can't invite me when I've asked them. So ask first when you do your inviting, and once they give you permission, go ahead and put them in there. If they say, oh, I'm not going to be available that day, then you can respond and say, oh, well, that's the great thing. It's online only and it's going to be available to view all week. So is it okay if I go ahead and add you? And then let them give you permission. That's just kind of an etiquette thing. It just kind of goes over better when you personally invite them rather than just adding them into the group, because then they also don't know what it is. Like if I don't know anything about Juice Plus or Shred 10 and I get an invitation, oh, so-and-so invited you to the event, Confessions of a Shredder, someone just might be like, I don't even know what that is. Ignore, because they're not going to take the time. I did that in the beginning. Don't get me wrong. Most of this that I'm talking about, I learned the hard way. So I'm trying to save you guys. We all make those mistakes, and I mass invited to like my first 10 events and on Facebook. It's just kind of things you learn as you go. But, whereas when you reach out, if you tell them what the event is, what it's about and why you thought of them, they're more likely to actually go in there and look at what's going on. So definitely do that. And then, and then the other thing is once you create the event, and you should all three kind of take turns doing the post so that you're active within the event, because you each invited prospects and you want to make sure that they're seeing your name in the event. So you want to make sure that they're seeing you active and maybe commenting on stuff, commenting on other people's, like if you have people going live and sharing their Shred story, go in and watch and comment on those other videos so that your name's kind of popping up, that you're active in the event. So I'm going to screen share real quick and just kind of show you what our last one looked like.
The money's right there. She's like 13 something, so.
Okay, hold on.
Brittany? Susan and my downline, Valerie, and I are having a Shred event Monday the 28th.
Okay.
And then, we're having a kombucha party. And then the following Saturday, we're having a Shred. But we put out a flyer online. This isn't what you're doing, though, right?
No. So I'll actually show you. This event is actually completely inside of Facebook. So everyone can see what's going on from within Facebook. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. So
you're having a physical party online?
No, it's not physical. It's completely video and posts that we're putting in the Facebook event. Okay. But it's a private event, so it's not going to show up on everybody's wall. It's only going to show up within the event. Let me just show you. Can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is an event we did last month. We called it Shred and Tell. And this is what it looks like in here. So these are just all the different people that we had invited. And you kind of give a little about, and I'll show you how to actually create the event in a minute. But this is kind of what it looks like. So, you know, I did a series of posts, and this is kind of going to be in backwards order because this is the end of it. Let me go down to the
Okay. Yeah.
Let me go down to the bottom.
And I was going to say, like, they have a bunch of great screenshots, like inspirational flyers on Healthy Living Revolution. Can you pull those from there?
Yes, you can. You can pull those, and you can even edit them to like say stuff. So when we started, I think this was the first post. This was kind of leading up to the event. So like if you set the event up to start Tuesday, on Monday, you just want to throw some things in there to kind of get people paying attention. So I had just posted this image from the Shred 10 Revolution page that you're talking about. And I just kind of, this was just like a, hey, everyone. It was just kind of a welcome, letting them know when the event starts and making it very clear because there's often confusion, like Jane was confused. A lot of people, they don't understand, like, no, it's going on in Facebook. But I kind of just said, like, you know, you're going to be able to listen to this from home and kind of told them what we were going to be doing.
Okay.
And I did a couple of those posts, like just a couple of different, I just picked some out from the Shred 10 event. And you guys can even go in, like I think Carrie's in this event. I can try and add you both and save some of these events and kind of some of this verbiage. You're welcome to do that. Then I shared a couple of the Shred 10 stories from the Shred 10 website as well. So,
oh, great.
A couple, because I wanted, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I saw on there too, like some of the really great, like, 1.5 minute, 2 minute videos about, like why it's important to cut out caffeine during the shred. Like we can add those too.
Yes, okay, you can do a couple. So I didn't want to do all of them, but the ones that get asked the most frequently, because usually people will say, well, why caffeine? That's one that gets asked a lot. So I did a couple of those. I didn't do all of them because that would just be too much. So yeah, I did a couple of their stories, and then this is me doing, which I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'll put you guys in here, but I went live and just kind of welcomed everybody and told them a little bit more about the shred, a little bit about my story, and kind of what they could expect for the next couple days of the event. So that was kind of my welcome video. And then I did the Shred 10 introduction video. So I shared them explaining what the Shred 10 was. And then I shared a couple of the graphics, like this one that explains about toxins and how they work in our body. Like I said, I don't care if you guys go in and use some of these images and some of the verbiage. And then a couple of these, we talked about the antioxidants. So I did a couple of posts. And this Brandy, she's one of my team members. So I gave her some of them to post so that everyone was kind of being seen in the event. So again, these are all just some of those informational posts. And then we started, and then we did the guidelines.
Yeah.
We shared the guidelines. We shared, you know, what you'd be getting when you're doing all of those products during the Shred 10. I love this image because it kind of mentions why we're unique, and I kind of listed those out as well right here.
Yeah.
And then I went ahead and added this because I love them to be able to see the research. Like I screenshotted from the PDF so that I'd have these as images. They could really look through the research if they wanted to.
Do you know Robin Sick? Do you know Robin Sick?
Okay.
The name is very familiar, so probably.
Have you seen her online?
Have I seen her live video?
Yeah, she's really dynamite. She's in our line, but she is my JPPS partner.
Oh, okay. And she's got a great story.
Yeah, she's on a cruise to Alaska right now, but she's still doing Juice Plus.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So then we did just a couple more images, and then I'm trying to get, and then I posted the Why Eliminate Sugars. And then, and I thought that was good too, what she put. She said, you do still get to have dessert, but we want to understand why we want to cut out the artificial and refined, because you want people to know that there are some Shred 10 dessert recipes. And then we started going live. So these are just some of this is a sideline buddy, Christina. She went live, and her husband shared their Shred 10 experience. And then there's Carrie. She shared hers. She had a really great first shred, so she shared hers. I'm trying to remember how many we did. Oh, and then this is a really good video. It's not really about the Shred 10, but it's some of the doctors within Juice Plus just talking about the power of food. I wanted to make sure that they understood it's not just a program. It's really about products going forward as well. Like the Shred 10 is a great way to get them in the door, but you want them to understand why they want to stay on it too. And then I did talk about the Children's Health Study for just a minute, because they're going to get free their Children's Health Study with their Shred order if they have a child. And I shared the free resources. I do that in every event, because if nothing else, they came to your event and maybe they'll check out the Healthy Living Revolution and learn something or want to know more later. So you want to always make sure they're getting some kind of a free value or education by coming, not just kind of a sales pitch. Not that that's what we do, but and I shared this. This is a good video. It's really long, so I don't really know if everyone took the time to watch it, but it's really great video with me. Yeah. So I put it in there because I kind of feel like the more information they can get, and then here's some more shred stories. Sideline buddy. I tried to get people kind of with the variety of, and then I posted this too because it's all about the shakes. So this video is a mission-driven model that Jan Roberto did, just talking about why our shakes are so great. Since that's such an important element of the shred, I wanted them to understand that. And then I think we just did some more images and where you see yourself getting started. We shared the package. We shared the package without the prices because you want that conversation to be taken outside of the event. You don't ever want someone to be like, see the price and then immediately not have that conversation with you. Mm-hmm. And then I shared Sammy's Shred 10 story. He wasn't able to go live, but I just went and got his off of YouTube because I really love his story too. And then someone, I guess, went in there and shared just another story they had found. And then I posted the information about our next shred coming up to let them know that if they want to get started, this is our next group forming.
Oh, great idea.
And I think that was the last one we did. So I think that's where I kind of just said, if you're thinking about doing our next Shred 10, get with the person that invited you and get your order placed and get your cookbook downloaded and all of that stuff. So it's really, it can look like anything you want. And like I said, y'all are welcome to go in and take as much of this. And you can also go to the Healthy Living Revolution and log in and get, if there's other images or other Shred 10 stuff in there that you like, but try to get people to share their story. That's going to give everyone a different variety. The ones that were shared in here, I shared mine and my husband's, and it was really more just about feeling better. And my husband did lose weight, and he was able to lower his cholesterol and triglycerides. So we talked about that. And then I think there was another cholesterol story, and then another story she talked about how she was able to get off of her type 2 diabetes medication. So just ask people who are willing to share and kind of get a variety of stories, because everybody's looking for something different when they go to a program like this. So you want to show them what all is possible. So to create an event,
Brittany, how long was the event?
So I think we did it for about 2.5 days.
I mean the event itself.
Well, that's what on Facebook, it was open. It was actually available to view all week, but we posted all of the posts over the course of 2.5 days. So we would just go in there and post every couple of hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we would just start out, like, let's say you wanted to do it starting on Monday. On Sunday, I did a couple of the pre-post photos that I showed you guys. And then on Tuesday, we started like at 9 in the morning. We posted, I went live and welcomed everybody. And then we just there's no set time. You can kind of do what works for you. We just throughout the day had new posts or somebody going live so that there was always activity. And then we'd start again on Tuesday and post all day. And then I think on Wednesday about midday, we wrapped it up. But everyone was able to view all of that all the way through the rest of the week. And actually, if they accept the invitation to your event, if they actually accept that they're going, even once the event ends, they can go back in and see the stuff. So as long as they accept the invitation, and that's something sometimes I tell people if they're like, oh, I just don't I'm going to have time this week, then I'll say like, oh, that's no problem. Just select that you're going. And when you do have time, you can go back and look at it on your own time. So that's something you can tell them. So when you're on Facebook, you just go over here to events, and it really walks you through it right here. You just go to create event, and you want it to be private. So you want to create a private event because you don't want all of the stuff showing up in everybody's feed. And then it's going to want you to.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Oh, you're fine. I can wait on her.
Okay. Is Peggy your NMD?
She is. So I'm underneath Kristen Foshi.
Oh, okay. Oh, what a sweetheart.
Yes. Yeah. So it's me, or it's Peggy, and then Kristen, and then me.
Oh, wow. Great.
Yes. Yes. And I just got to see her all weekend, and Bree, because we were at the Ultimate Communications Boot Camp. It was really great.
I went to that in San Diego last year. It was wonderful.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, that's
4-year-old answer the door for pizza.
Oh.
It's like, that's how desperate we are tonight. Order pizza. Just give it to
okay. Real life.
Create
So all I did
okay.
was create private event. And then, so right here is where you can upload a photo. So that's where you want to save whatever. You can just go get one of the cover photos out of the Healthy Living Revolution and save it to your phone computer and upload it. And then you just put in the name, and then under location, I always type something in like online event, Facebook only or something, so that everyone understands that it's not like at your house when they get invited. And then you'll set up the date and time to start, and then you'll do the end time. And like I said, I always do it. I put the start date like if you're gonna do it like on a Sunday, and then I don't end it until like the following Monday. So I like to leave it, even though we're gonna do most of the posts over a couple days, I leave it open for the whole week. And then you put your description. And then I leave, so you want your guests to be able to invite other guests.
Was the description you're in a nutshell type?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I can go back and show you guys that. And then you just create the event. So once you do that, you'll be the admin, and whoever creates the event will be the admin. But then I believe, let me go to my event. I believe you can go, let me see if I can go back. I believe you can go in and add and make other people admins as well. Although it really doesn't matter because everybody can invite. So it really doesn't matter. Everyone can post and everyone can invite. So it doesn't matter who the admin is.
Okay.
So yeah, this is my about. So that's exactly what I put.
Okay.
And I think I copy and pasted that from the Shred 10 website. So it's nothing. Yeah, nothing. You don't make it harder than it is. And like I said, let me see if I can friend request you both and add you to this real quick. Let me see, Tara.
Oh, there, Hoff Erlandson.
Oh, okay. Which one? This one?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, why did I click on you? I meant to just add you. Okay, and Jane. You see yourself, Jane?
Yeah.
Yep, at the top.
Oh, that was you at the top. Okay, so if I'll go in and let me see. I don't know if it'll let me still invite to this past event, but I think it might. So I'm going to try it. And that way y'all can go in and use what you need. Let's see. Let's see. No, maybe not. No, it's not gonna let me. Well,
Closed one.
Well, maybe. Let's see. Nah, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Let me know if it works.
I also accept your friend on Messenger.
Okay. Yeah, so if it lets you in there, then feel free to just kind of go back and look and see, see what you use, and you can kind of just use it for an idea. Okay. you can use it for ideas. And then, like I said, you can just kind of just try to pick a catchy name. Like I said, we did Shred and Tell, but they had Confessions of a Shredder, Shred and Share, The Shred Life, Why Shred 10. That's a good one. Any of those are fine. Do you guys have any questions? Let me stop sharing for a minute and then okay. You guys have any other specific questions I didn't maybe address because I didn't really prepare for this. I kind of just.
No, that's good. I mean, kind of like how you guys did it was it was good to see that because that's kind of exactly what I was thinking.
Good.
Simple, you know, sharing stories, but also not reinventing the wheel and like having to just come up with something that's creative since Healthy Living Revolution and all that stuff gives so much good information.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather it just be consistent and correct than have, you know, coming up with something that's not. So
exactly. So yeah, I just think share, you know, those educational posts and then just gather, I would say have at least maybe 5 or 6 Shred story people go live and you can, I mean, you can choose whether you guys all 3 want to as well. I don't know what your Shred story is, but it's best if you do, just because you want people to see you. You invited them, you want them to see you and hear your story. And then they'll also take the time to hear everyone else and they'll kind of realize like, oh, wow, it's not just her. Listen to all these other stories. So I would have a handful of them. The more, the better. I don't really think you can have too many. I mean, I wouldn't put like, if you put like over 10 or something, I don't think they'd all get watched. But, oh, and this is something else though, actually. Have everyone title their live video something so that, because everyone might not take the time to watch all the videos, if they're scrolling through and like, let's say in ours, and I don't remember if we did this, but we thought of this later, I think, say like, you know, from high cholesterol to no meds or something. If that's the person's Shred story, for example. Have some kind of a tagline, or just even if it's just more energy or from tired mom to feeling great, just have every single person that shares their live video kind of give it a title about what their experience was. And that way, as people are scrolling through, they can kind of listen to the ones that appeal to them.
Okay. And I like the fact that I want to steal Sammy's video too, because there's a particular couple that I want to see that, and they are very skeptical as far as like having the conversation too. And when it comes to PTSD and all that stuff, it's kind of like, you know, you don't want to get too personal because I don't have that type of relationship with them right now, but I would for sure invite them and then have that in there because I think it would be something really great for her husband to see.
So, and Sammy would go live in there. You know, I've never had anyone tell me, no, I'm not going to come share my story in your event. Like everybody always says yes, unless there's just like, if they're just busy and, you know, just a conflict of schedule. So if you have some particular stories in your mind or people that you've heard in the past and you want them to share, just reach out to them, just give them some notice. And then let them choose when they're available. So like I would say, you know, hey, I'd really love for you to share your Shred 10 story. We're going to be doing it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Which of those days is best, you know, that they could maybe just pop in there. And then just tell, I mean, most people know this, but just kind of have everyone, you want to keep it, you don't want your shreds, you don't want the live videos to be like 5 and 6 minutes each. That's just too long. People won't watch them. So try to have them, you know, 2 to 3 minutes at the most is probably a good idea because they won't listen to a drawn out. They'll start the video and then they'll kind of, you know, you want to kind of get to the point.
Right. I had a friend, I had sent her our first Freedom Revolution one video that we did. And, you know, they always stress keeping it less than 30 minutes. And I think we were just under 30 minutes. It was our first time doing it. And she came up to me like a week later. She goes, Tara, I watched your video. And she goes, it was good, but I had to see how long it was because if it was going to be more than 30 minutes, then I wasn't going to watch it. And I was like, oh, you're so right.
They're right. Yeah. No, people won't. And in Facebook, there's too many other things distracting them. So you want to keep it short.
I have never gone live before. Is that
okay
to do as far as like how to go live and then how to title it and make sure you know where it's going?
So I always do it from my phone, but I think you can do it from the computer. but you just go in, you go into the event. So you just make sure that you're in the event. Let me screen share again and see if I can show you guys. And then we might get cut off. Oh no, we've still got 8 minutes. Okay, because I don't have Zoom Pro, so okay, no, it's good. Okay, so let me see if it will let me show you. Okay, so right here, this is me. Yep, let's see the little, so there's a button.
Oh, okay.
It looks like, wait, no, that's the camera. And I don't think the live button is in here. I think it has to be, yeah, it has to be from a phone.
Okay. I'll just go to my page.
Yeah,
oh,
you go.
Yeah, I see it. Like right.
Yes. So you
right
just
there.
want to make sure you're in the event, and then yes, that's it. So you just do that, and you put it like when you hit go live, it doesn't start recording. It gives you a minute to type in the title, like it'll ask for the description, and then you can flip the camera facing you so that it's like in selfie mode. And then once you hit go live, it starts going live.
Okay.
And, you know, this is y'all's first one. If you really just don't want to or you're not comfortable, you don't have to. You can maybe get other people to come in there and go live. But a private event is kind of a good place to start getting a little bit more comfortable with that.
Because if you don't like it, you can just take it off though, right? And make it other.
Well, so you can take it off, but anyone that gets on while you're live will have seen it.
That's right.
So it's live, and then you can delete the post. But anyone that saw it live will have seen it.
See you flailing.
You know the other thing you could do, you could actually record yourself sharing your story and upload the video. If you just don't want to go live, you could do that for the first time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just record it on your cell phone and upload it. And that way, if you just absolutely hate it. But right. I will say, don't worry too much about that. Like, just be real and be yourself. People, that draws them in. You know, they want authenticity. So don't worry about trying to get it picture perfect. But I do know sometimes nerves, if you just totally mess up and you don't want to share that video, then that's okay.
Right. Okay. That's good.
And then, and y'all let me know, I don't have like an amazing shred story, but I can just kind of share why I do it every month and kind of the nutrition aspect. If you're looking for people for stories, just tell Carrie to let me know and I can pop in there.
Awesome.
Sure.
But I'm sure between both of your teams, you can totally find other people to share.
Yeah. I was going to ask something else. I can't remember. How did you kind of determine everything that was getting posted so that there was some sort of rhyme and reason and flow to it?
Yes, I did. So that event, I just kind of had put it together myself. And what I did for my other team members that were participating is I kind of would just say like, hey, can you post this, in about an hour? And I would send them kind of the verbiage and the photo and have them post it. And then as far as when people went live, though, I had just asked I just kind of got in our team Voxer chat and asked if anyone would be willing to share. And then they reached out to me. We didn't schedule it like an exact time. We just said like, okay, you're going to go Monday around lunch. And then they just did it when they could. That doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But yeah, just kind of order the posts and then you can kind of take turns posting and.
It worked. I'm on.
Oh, good. You can see it?
We're in. Yeah, I was like, I wanted to see before you went. I was like, where's all that info?
Yeah, so you can just go through there and take what you want and then go to the Healthy Living Revolution and, you can choose different graphics. I kind of threw it together in a hurry, so I just kind of was like, okay, what's the essential information?
I think that's good, though, because you're right. People, unless it really hits the high points, they're not going to get interested or they're going to overlook it. And I had a handful of people show interest in the shred, and we wanted to do the shred because all three of us have done it and it's been successful and we have a good story to go with it. It's all kind of different.
Okay.
So it's things that was a program that we could relate to, and it's probably one of my more comfortable things to talk about when it comes to Plus. But I wasn't sure on, okay, when you talk about Shred 10, at some point you need to talk about Juice Plus too, because that's a huge part of it, so how do you
Yeah, go back and watch some of the videos. I'm trying to remember. I mean, everyone kind of just wove in their own way. Like I mean, I don't know that I specifically talked about like Juice Plus story and like how I was introduced and all that. I think I just talked about the experience with Shred 10 and the kind of the value that I saw in it as a program.
Right.
So, because I'm a health coach, so that's like my background. So I kind of just talked about how, you know, I've seen a lot of programs and people doing different diets and stuff. So that's kind of my story with the Shred, is that I see it as learning lifestyle and habit changes.
Right.
So I kind of talked a lot about that. But yeah, you can say that you decided to do the Shred 10 because, you know, you knew your kids weren't getting enough fruits and vegetables and you wanted them on Juice Plus, and then you saw I mean, you can kind of work it in however you want. But yeah, I think and that's why I did a couple of those posts that were strictly the information about the Children's Health Study and Juice Plus, so that people would see, like, it's not just a program. This is something you're going to do and be on for at least 4 months.
Right. Okay. Awesome. I think that'll be good. We just got to get all of our heads together and figure out exactly what we want to post and who's going to do it and when.
Yes, exactly. So give yourself a couple days, like, you know, I wouldn't start it tomorrow. Give yourself, you know, a couple days, and then, but you do want to start inviting a day or two before and give people a heads up so that they're more likely to get in there when everything is live.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, the last tip real quick. Before you upload your video or before you go live, it's good to reach out to the people you invited and say, like, hey, I'm going to actually be going live in this event in about 10 minutes, you know, if you want to hop on, just as a kind of another reminder. That's something else you can do. It's just because we get invited to these events and sometimes people just don't pay attention, and a simple reminder, you know.
Right.
Okay, it's counting down. We've got a minute left. So did y'all have any other questions?
No, I'm excited and I'm nervous, and we'll definitely talk to Carrie.
Okay, I'll send her this recording so she has all this, and just let her know to let me know if y'all have any other questions, or if you just need help or want me to share or whatever you need.
Okay, sounds great.
Well, it's nice to meet you both.
Yes. Do you have anything,
Bye.
Jane? Bye.
Bye.